Okay, graphing systems of inequalities. Our goals for today. I know what a system of inequalities looks like. I know how to graph a system of inequalities, and I know how to find a solution to a system of inequalities. Okay? So a system of linear inequalities is a set of two or more linear inequalities. There we go. Two or more linear inequalities that use the same variables. The solution to a system of inequalities is any ordered pair that makes all inequalities. Whoa. I'm off my game. Just laugh at that and move on. That make all inequalities true at the same time. Graphically, it's the solutions. The solution is where the shaded regions overlap. So we're going to see what that means. So here's some examples of systems of equations. So let's look at our steps. First, we'll graph the first inequality. Then we'll graph the second inequality. We'll identify the overlapping area, and then we'll check our answer to make sure it works for all the system. Okay, so we got y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 3. So let's first start with that one. Let's make that we're going to make that one our red graph. So remember, this is in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So our y-intercept is -3, and our slope is 2. So we're going to go up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. Okay, it is a solid-looking line. It's a solid line because it has the or equal to symbol with it. Okay, let's do our second graph in purple. So it looks like my y-intercept. Well, actually, sorry, before we move on to there, let's shade in our graph. So I'm going to shade it in with red. It is greater than or equal to, so that means all of this stuff up here would be a solution to that particular inequality. Okay, now the reason we're going to do that, you're going to see something in a second where they overlap. Try to fill that in the best we can. Okay, now let's focus on the second inequality. So y is less than -x plus 2. So it has a y-intercept of 2, which is right here, and a slope of -1. So down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. Down 1, right 1. Now this one is going to be a dashed line. So we're going to dash. Sorry if it's hard to see through that highlighted area. Okay, but now where will this be shaded in? Which region is this shaded in? Its y is less than -x plus 2. So it would be anything below this purple line would be shaded in. Okay, now you should notice, it looks kind of messy, but you should notice there is one in particular area that has both of the shadings from the graphs. And if you can recognize, I'm going to try to do my best to do it here in yellow. So if I follow along here, then hit that line and go here, anything in this region right here is being shaded by both of the inequalities. So to find a solution, we're just going to pick a coordinate that is in both these highlighted areas. And guess what? Yay, 0, 0 is there. So all I would do is I'm going to plug in 0, 0 into both of these equations. So the top equation, I would say 0 is greater than or equal to 2 times 0, 0. So 0 is greater than or equal to -3, which is true. And then we're going to plug in 0 is less than -0, doesn't do anything. 0 is less than 2, which is true. So there we have our graph. So anything in that yellow area, because that was highlighted by both the purple and the red, would be a solution to this system of inequalities. Once again, with your assignment, unfortunately, it doesn't do exactly like this. So I will post another video just to the side of this video in your Canvas page to let you and show you what exactly I want you to do on your assignment. But let's do some more examples. So let's start with, let's do blue for this one. And blue. Okay, so we're going to focus on this one right here. So y is less than or equal to x plus 2. So that means we have a y-intercept at 2. And our slope is 1. So up 1, right 1. Or down 1, left 1. Okay, and it is a solid line because it is less than or equal to. And then where would the shading be? Where would I shade this one? Since it is less than or equal to, it's going to be anything under this graph. So we'll go like that. Now let's focus on the second one. So let's do it in this green looking color. Okay, we have the y-intercept at -1 and the slope of -2. So down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1, down 2, right 1. And this is a dashed line because there's no or equal to. So we're going to dash that like so. Okay, so where would we shade this region? This region is going to be shaved above because it's an or greater than. So it would be anywhere in this area up here. So where did the two graphs overlap? I'm going to use yellow for that again. So it comes along this line, boop, goes through that line. So anything over here is where both of them are highlighted. So let's just pick a random point. And once again, luckily for us, 0, 0 is in that point. By the way, just an FYI, can I choose a point that's on the dotted line or the dashed line? The answer is no. Because if it's dashed, that means it's not part of the solution. Can I choose one that is on the solid line? Yes, solid line means it is part of the solution. But we're going to go ahead and do 0, 0. So 0 is less than or equal to 2. Correct. 0 is greater than -1. Correct. Awesome. 0, 0 would be a solution to that system of equations. Okay, let's do one last one. We got 1/2 x minus 2. Let's go ahead and graph with, I don't think it matters. Let's go with red again. All right, focus on this one. So y-intercept at -2. And the slope of 1/2. So up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2, up 1, right 2. And it is a dashed line. All right, where is it shaded? It is shaded, it says greater than. So it would be anything up here, anything bigger or above that line. Okay, let's focus on the bottom one now. So let's focus on this. We'll make it blue. It looks like we have a y-intercept at 3 and a slope of -1. So down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. And this is also a dashed line. All right. So where are we going to shade in our answer? It says y is less than that. So anywhere below this blue line. Okay, so where do they overlap? So it looks like they overlap in this region right here. So anything right there in that yellow region. Let's see. 0, 0 is in that region. Awesome. Let's take a look. Oop. Boop. There we go. Is 0 greater than -2? Yes, it is. Is 0 less than 3? Yes, it is. Okay, so we did it right. There's our graph. Okay, we're going to do one more just to make sure we all get it. Now, notice on this one, it's not in slope-intercept form. So you can change it into slope-intercept form if you'd rather use the standard form. Just as a refresher, we haven't done it for a while, I'm going to do the standard form. And I'm going to find the intercepts. So if I cover up the 3x, I'm left with 2y is greater than or equal to 12. Divide both sides by 2. And I get y is less than or equal to 6. So my y coordinate is going to be at 6. If I cover up the 2y, I'd have 3x is less than or equal to 12. Divide by 3. X is less than or equal to 4. So 4 would be my x-intercept. And it is a solid line connecting those. So I'm going to do the best I can. Connecting those lines. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. There's that. The bottom one. Let's go ahead. Well, let's do our shading first. It's less than or equal to. So that means it would be anywhere under the line. Okay, for the second one. And blue. Okay, cover up method. Cover up the x, and I'm left y is greater than or equal to 3. So it's going to cross at 3. Okay, cover up the x. X is greater than or equal to 3. So I'm going to go to 3. Okay, this is a solid line. So I do the best I can to make my solid line. And it is going to be graphed above that line. So if I go into shade, it's going to be above the blue line. All right, so where exactly are we overlapping? If you notice, it's going to be right here between those two lines. Okay, then to check our answer, 0, 0, a solution. It's not. So I'm going to plug in 0, 0, and it should not be good for both of them. So let's go up here. We got 0 is less than or equal to 12, which is true. And then we got 0 is greater than or equal to 3, which is not true. Awesome. So I was thinking 0, 0 would not be a solution, and it's not, because it's only good for one of them, not both of them. Okay? So there's how you're going to graph your system of inequalities. That should not say equations, I'm sorry. This should say inequalities. So my last page is totally wrong. So let's go back to see what our goals were. Our goals, I know what a system of inequalities looks like. I know how to graph a system of inequalities. And I know how to find a solution to a system of inequalities. Please reach out if you have any questions.